Hey Shackers, welcome back to This Week in Switch 2. This is our second episode of the year. I'm your host, Asif Khan. I'm CEO, Editor-in-Chief, EIEIO, here at Shacknews. That stands for Extremely Intelligent Extreme Intelligence Officer. At a time of AI, I have created EI. Line go up, despite tariffs abound. No tariffs on Shacknews, because we are not rich in rare earths or
No.
oil or I don't know, NFTs. Anyway, I'm joined here by my usual co-host, David Craddock, who is head of long reads and also managing editor,
Yes.
carrying two belts into this podcast. And
That's
we
right.
have, instead of Donovan, who is on assignment, I can't remember where he is. Well, he's somewhere. He's out there in
Yeah.
the metaverse. We have the person who named the show. Our senior news editor, TJ Denzer's here. Hey, TJ.
Hey,
Welcome back to the show. We figured we would have you here as you've been playing the game that is all the buzz here on the Nintendo Switch 2 and the Nintendo Switch 1 entertainment systems. We'll get to that here in a second. But first, we have a Devon Pritchard sighting.
her first
Her
as
first.
president of Nintendo America.
Yes, the president of Nintendo of America appeared at the 15th New York Game Awards, which is co-hosted by Reggie Fils-Aimé, her former boss. So here's an excerpt of what she had to say, which I thought was pretty cool. I figured I'd read it for the folks in case you missed it. Every dream matters, and everyone deserves a chance to do meaningful and creative work in games and storytelling. The Playing with Purpose program supports creators, coders, writers, and anyone else dreaming big to join this community and bring all that makes them unique. I'm excited to meet you, to hear those stories, and to learn from your journeys. And remember, like any good video game character, you're on an adventure, and every step you take matters. There's some gnarly bosses, sure, but also many good friends along the way who will support you, and powerful rewards for those who persevere. So keep believing, keep playing, and know that you truly belong in this game. I mean, what an awesome way to introduce yourself to the community.
Yeah, really positive message. Shows that to me, she really came across as comfortable in her new position and like aware of the influence she now wields from her position. And it was just a really positive message that I think the industry at large has needed for a while.
Yes, so I gotta give her flowers. Um, I was happy to see her, right? Like, and I pointed out to you, David, in that clip, that looks like she's in the Nintendo Direct studio filming that.
Yeah.
Like, it's the white background, it has the lower third. Everything that you would have seen from a Nintendo Direct was there. So I was like, is she already filming the next
You
Direct?
know, as an aside, we usually get a direct in February, and I think that will be the case this year because Zelda and Metroid, I think, both celebrate their anniversary in February. Zelda does for sure. So, as just as an aside, I wouldn't be surprised if she's been working on a Nintendo Direct about that.
Yeah. And what better time to like introduce her to the Nintendo community? But yeah, it was cool to see Reggie, her former boss, kind of introduce her to the gaming community at this Game Award
Yeah.
event. So I thought she crushed it. I can't look. I look forward to hearing more from her, and I think this sets a precedent that we're probably going to see more of her going forward, and I think that's a good thing.
Hmm.
It'll be interesting to see what her style is too, because like Reggie Fils-Aimé was very outspoken, very forward-facing, very part of like a lot of the ongoings and front-facing presentations, whereas Doug Bowser was like kind of mostly behind the scenes. I think we probably saw him like a handful of times in 6 years,
One Nintendo
and
Direct,
yeah,
and then
and
like
it's going to be
three
interesting.
interviews with like CNBC or Bloomberg or something.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Devon Pritchard's style is. If she's like forward facing, active like Reggie, or behind the scenes like Doug, or maybe a mix.
I think it might be.
I would like to see a more front facing Nintendo of America president.
Absolutely. And I think it's cool. Like, first woman president in the history of Nintendo of America, like, flex, like, embrace diversity and all that stuff. So, like, I think this is a great beginning. I think it's not a mistake that she showed up for Reggie as someone who used to work for Reggie. Reggie even made a comment after, like, I'm not the gnarly boss she was talking about. I was like, that's just awesome. But yeah, we have a Doug Bowser alert too. I know. I thought last week was the end, David, but here we are.
Nope. He's popped back up.
The former Nintendo of America president, Doug Bowser, has joined the Hasbro board of directors.
Seems a move kind of reminiscent of Reggie, where didn't he go to GameStop after Nintendo of America? And he joined a board of directors. So just when they think they're out, they get pulled back in.
Well, Reggie joined the GameStop board of directors during one of the weirdest times in the history of the company, and then he jumped out. He's like, I'm out. Like, he was there for like 8 months or something.
Smart move.
Stepped on deck and then realized, oh my goodness, this boat is on fire, and then stepped right back off.
It was that Abe Simpson meme where he like walks in, puts his hat on the hook, and then takes the hat off the hook and walks right out. Yeah, that was Reggie's time at GameStop. I hope Doug lasts longer here at Hasbro, because interesting. But yeah, I think this is something you see from elder executives. They end up on other boards of directors, and Doug had a great track record at Nintendo and at EA before. Maybe he has something that he could help Hasbro with, especially considering Hasbro owns all those IP that could be turned into video games. Maybe Doug will help them on that front. Maybe this will create a better relationship between Nintendo and Hasbro. Who knows? But we love Doug here. Wanted to shout out his new clearly a side quest for him. But yeah, 2 news hits for 2 presidents of Nintendo of America. And we mentioned Reggie. So the last 3 presidents of Nintendo of America have been mentioned. By the next one! That's right, I'm still campaigning to be the next president of Nintendo of America. Not trying to push Devon out the door at all, but when you're done and you want to join the board of, I don't know, whatever company, just, I'm here. I'm willing to do the needful for Nintendo. But yeah, so that's some executive news. Nintendo Music added Phantom Hourglass's soundtrack, David.
I mean, this is one of those Zelda games I actually missed. I haven't played a lot of the handheld Zeldas. Like, I haven't played Minish Cap, for example, even though I've heard great things. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping listening to the soundtrack will kind of get me in the mood to pick up Phantom Hourglass again, because I have it. It's just on my to-be-played pile.
Have you played A Link Between Worlds?
Oh, yeah. I love that game.
That game's excellent.
I should say I missed, I didn't even play Link's Awakening until the remake. I was aware of it, but I had a Game Boy. It's just that by the time that was out, I think I had Super Nintendo, so I was playing on that. And I didn't play the DS Zeldas, but Link Between Worlds, Ocarina of Time 3D, Majora's Mask 3D, I played all those on handheld.
Yeah, I mean, I love those 3D remakes from the N64 era.
Yeah.
The Star Fox 64 one and the Ocarina of Time, they're some of the best ports Nintendo's ever done, I would say. And man, what if they were to remake those games again?
I know.
That would be
what if?
Yeah, a little. Sorry, go ahead.
I do want to say, those 3DS games, Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass, they're really good if you like the Wind Waker, because they're kind of like spin-off adventures from the Wind Waker style. Mm-hmm. And each of them had an interesting gimmick behind it that was fun to play. They kind of were like tech demos for the 3DS, but I liked those adventures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. You're right. The Toon Link was pretty much featured in those games.
I know you could do stuff you could draw your path through the ocean, and you could draw the arc where you want the boomerang to travel, stuff like that. So it sounds cool. And then I think in Spirit Tracks with Zelda, don't you possess things, possess knight statues and stuff? Maybe I'm thinking of another game, but
no, that's correct.
Oh, that's correct. Okay, yeah, that sounds cool, and I'm going to listen to this soundtrack for sure.
Yeah, I mean, another Zelda soundtrack on that app, I'm all here for it. And it seems like Nintendo Music is doing a better job with the drip drop than almost any of the other drip drops in the Nintendo Switch Online subscription.
Yeah.
which we'll get to here in a little bit when we talk about Animal Crossing 3.0.0. But a couple, really not a whole lot of news here, but Ball Pit, Ball X Pit, Ball Pit, I believe they call it Ball Pit on their trailer.
They do.
Ball Pit is getting the Regal update. This adds 2 new characters. One is called the Carouser, and the other is called the Falconer. Now, the Carouser, when you fire a ball, those baby balls, they will then spin around the character after they come back to the character. So it's like you'll have this orbit around you of balls that will hit opponents, kind of like almost like a shield. And then the Falconer, you're flanked by 2 birds. So your balls are going to be shot from like the periphery towards the middle or wherever you're aiming. So it sounds like you'll have 2 falcons shooting balls simultaneously on either side of you with the Falconer. They're also adding 8 new balls. They didn't talk about what balls they are, but 8 new balls are being added and more. They were kind of cagey about the more. This is coming on January 26th. I'm hopelessly addicted to Ball Pit, guys. Like, this is... Right before we went live, I went on my Switch 2 to see how many hours I've been playing of this game. I am at 105 hours played in this game.
Yeah, you are addicted, and you predicted that you would be, but I think, does this go beyond what you anticipated?
No. This is exactly why when we were doing Game of the Year deliberations, I'm like, I can't play this game. I'm gonna just wait. I'm like, I gotta go beat Skate Story. I'm gonna play Death Stranding 2, you know, like Ghost of Yotei. Like, yeah. I have games I need to play for consideration, right? But then once break came around, I'm like, oh, hi, Ball Pit. I have a 14-hour flight to Japan. How about you become a time warp for me? And it did. I played... it's, you know, TJ, you talked about how Vampire Survivors was that for you on planes. That is... Ball Pit is a life teleporting. It's time travel by video game. Like, hey, do you want 30 minutes to go by? Go play Ball Pit. 30 minutes will just disappear. And yeah, like, I don't know what it is about this game, guys. It's the balls, it's the sound of getting points, it's all the flashing on screen. It is everything that Vampire Survivors did to me, TJ, this game is doing to me. But the problem is, I don't know if there's a problem, but I fucking love Brick Breakers. Like, it's one of my favorite things. And then shmups and like bullet hells, also one of my favorite things. And then roguelikes, like, I also love those. So, like, you look at Balatro or Vampire Survivors, and now you have this, which is like, you took one of my favorite genres and another of my favorite genres, you bashed them together, and you threw roguelite on top of it. Of course I'm addicted.
An absolutely terrible game to have in rotation if you have other things that you need to get done.
Like, I want to play Metroid Prime 4. I haven't touched it since I got back because I'm like, oh, I gotta beat New Game Plus. I had to beat New Game Plus, guys. I rolled credits on New Game Plus and Ball Pit. Guess what? There's a New Game Plus Plus.
More content.
Of course there is.
Why the New Game Plus Plus? And then here's the other thing I haven't done yet. There's a fast mode for each mode. So I haven't beaten normal on fast yet. So I can go back and so here's how degenerate I am. I've beaten normal mode with all 16 characters.
Wow.
Damn. You know, I need some tips from you because the character I have the most trouble with, it's actually characters. You know the pair that you get? Mm-hmm. I cannot win boss fights with that because I cannot evade the projectiles. It seems like one or the other is always getting hit. So I need some pro tips.
The cohabitants is what they're called.
Yeah.
I would get you know, there's so much luck to this game, right? Like, if you can get the charm that gives you the shield around yourself, so at least you can take one hit every 40 seconds if you max it out. So I would say get the shield. Sometimes you can shoot at the projectiles and take them out before they hit you.
Oh, yeah.
So I would recommend doing that if it's an arrow or if it's like a flaming ball coming at you, depending on what level you're on. I would say shoot at the projectiles before they hit you. There's also another one, I believe it's the mirror power, that actually gives you a higher probability of a projectile healing you as opposed to hurting you. So those would be like the 3 things I would say is like attack the projectile, buff your shield if you can, and get the mirror if you can. All three of those would help you. But that's just a
Okay.
problem with the cohabitants.
Yeah.
Have you built the building where you can play with two characters on screen?
No, not yet.
That is something I do. That's how I'm able to like do everything I've been doing in this game. Is like I'll put cogitator with the warrior or whatever. So you can do that with the cohabitants. So you can like have the cohabitants and like another dude.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I've done that a few times. But yeah, like the other thing you can do is just keep increasing the strength of your characters, right? Like keep playing. As you play, you get more XP. But also build those buildings that like you can increase your endurance indefinitely in the game with, or like speed. But yeah, there's a few things that you can do. They are just hard. I like some of these characters are just not easy to win with.
Yeah.
But I'm hopelessly addicted to this game, guys. I can't stop playing it. And now I'm like, after I beat New Game Plus this weekend, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a break. And then I like hit ZR, and I was like, oh no, there's a whole other thing. And after I beat the normal mode with all 16 characters, right? And then I was like, oh shit, I have to beat this in fast mode now. Cause like I forgot fast mode existed. Like
Yeah.
I just do the thing where it goes 3x speed, like on the top right of the game. But I was like, oh shit, there's like a fast mode on top of that. So now I have to beat normal on fast mode with all 12 or all 16 characters. I don't have to, but I kind of have to. Like,
Yeah.
I just love this game so much, and now it's got like DLC coming. I don't know. I feel like I should probably stream this game, given how crazy my builds are now, and
I would love to see that. You should do that.
I think I'll probably have to stream this game.
Yeah.
But it's been my happy place. See, like sometimes when I have a happy place, I like don't want to stream it because it's like this is where I go in the darkness of night in the Ohio winters. You know, like I'm just like in a blankie playing my ball pit. Leave me alone, right? But I may have to share it with the rest of the world.
TJ, have you progressed far in ball pit? Because I know you got to play it. You were one of the first among the staff to play it. You and Greg, I think.
No, yeah, I played it at TGS. I previewed it, and I wasn't the one on the review, so like, it's one of those things where like I've had other things to do,
Yeah.
and Ozzy was right. If I jump into that game, it's gonna eat up dozens of hours of my life. So I think I'm probably going to prepare it for like the next time I have long travel,
Yeah.
and keep it for that, because I like having games like that when I go on long trips.
Oh yeah, dude, like flight delay or just even on like, you know, a lot of international flights these days for Shackers, like yeah, it was so clutch over my holiday break. But it was also just a game that even at the end of the day, while I was on vacation, I would find like 30 to 40 minutes to play more ball pit. So, yeah, I just can't stop playing ball pit. I love it. It's a great Switch 2 game. But yeah, I think there's like a lot of why I'm obsessed with it. It's a combination of things. It's really an extremely well-made game. It really is.
I always get up on my soapbox and kind of preach the power of feedback in games. And Ball Pit has such great feedback, like the crunchiness of a ball hitting an enemy, and then you see the visual feedback of like the enemy flashing, and then I love the horizontal and vertical lasers that you can get, and I see those lights flashing all over the place. Like you said earlier, the feedback is just streaming at you constantly, and it's really, really effective for me.
And the meter on the left, right, where you see as you collect gems how close you are to the next upgrade. And then that meter on the right that shows you your progression, like how close you are to the next mini boss, final boss. Like, it's all so visceral. And you feel so attached to the game while you're playing it. But it's also this perfect game for this 2-screen ADHD environment that I live in, right? Like, I don't give a fuck about these football games that were being played this weekend, guys. I don't have any skin in the game. I wanted the Bears to win, but outside of that, like, I wasn't really watching them. I don't care about the Patriots or the Broncos or the Texans. Like, so I had Ball Pit up and I was watching the game. I had the games on, right? So you can listen to something like a podcast or whatever while playing Ball Pit. So it's like, it's become, I think in this era of like the battle for screen time, games that you can play as a second screen experience are super valuable. Animal Crossing being one of those. So like, I think Ball Pit's just scratching that itch for me right now, man. And I find the game to be very rewarding still.
Yeah.
Which I think is rare for a game. Most people don't have 100 hours in that game.
No, and I don't think like I think that like that's definitely an exception, although I feel like their updates are encouraging that, right? Like they're giving you more reason to play. It also is indicative of the what seems to be a fact that the game has been a hit. And I'm really glad to see that. I always love to see an indie game pop off.
It reminds me a lot of Vampire Survivors, TJ, where like, yeah, we're getting this first update, but like how many years are we into Vampire Survivors now? Like 3? And they've done a Castlevania, they've done a Contra, they've done like a Balatro crossover. Like, where Ball Pit goes from here is going to be fascinating. The other thing I think is kind of funny, Devolver put out 2 games last year from banger indie games, Skate Story and Ball Pit, and I love both those games. Oddly enough, the final boss in Ball Pit, also the moon.
Like, I'm noticing a theme.
Devolver, what's with you guys in the moon? You guys got beef with the moon? Like, what's going on there? I thought that was kind of funny. Like, these 2 games I absolutely love, both published by Devolver Digital, both involve one character trying to literally eat the moon, and then the other one is you're just trying to defeat the moon. But yeah, I recorded the credits because I thought the credits might be different for New Game Plus. I don't think they are. And now I'm like, well, what's the point? Like, I'm at this, I get to these points where like, I stopped playing Vampire Survivors for a while because it was the same thing. It was enveloping all of my time. And like, I know there's a game that's coming probably sooner than later that like it's going to draw my attention away from Ball Pit, but it hasn't happened yet. Like, maybe Mario Tennis Fever will be that game. Like, who knows? Because like, that's the thing. I can play Ball Pit for like 10 minutes at a time, right? And like, it's that pick up and play thing that Tony Hawk has, where like, it's a game I can like kind of fit in my life. It's not this 100-hour. Yeah, it's funny. I played this game for 100 hours, but like, you tell me, oh, okay, this RPG's 100 hours. I'm like, I don't have time for that. But I have time to play Ball Pit for 100 hours, 10 minutes at a time. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my update. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this, guys. I'm in a bad way. I'm very addicted to this game.
I mean, speaking of sinking dozens of hours into a game, I'm in a bad way with this next one again.
Yeah. I think this is a perfect transition, perfect segue to the big topic that we have here. Animal Crossing New Horizons 3.0.0 update is out there in the world. We've all played it. David is back. David is back in Animal Crossing in a big way. And he's teaching everyone else on staff how to min-max their builds and all sorts of stuff.
I use my abilities for good. I wrote a Shacknews guide last week about how to unlock the classic game consoles. I worked with Donovan to write a guide on unlocking the Zelda items. I'm a little bit sad that like for Shacknews I was writing these guides, right? So I kind of speed ran the content, but like I'm still really enjoying it. I'm still unlocking stuff. I really like what they added here. The hotel really feels like the what's it called? Happy homemaking or something.
Happy Home Designer.
Happy Home Designer. Yeah, where you design getaways for the NPCs. It's a lot of that. You're designing hotel rooms, but it's still a lot of fun because I feel like Animal Crossing brings out my inner interior designer. And I love doing that. I love the unlockables, the Zelda stuff. I have a new mini game for my island next time you guys visit. I have hidden 6 heart containers. if you find them all, there's a prize.
Huh.
Yeah.
I have placed several heart containers already. I think I'm starting to figure out what I'm doing on my island. If people have been watching on stream or are watching our videos, I have decided to build the Lost Woods on my island.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I figured it out. Like, it's gonna be, I think, more inspired by A Link to the Past, David, than it will Breath of the Wild or Tears. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
just think that the Animal Crossing point of view lends itself more to being
Yeah.
like an SNES kind of style. But like, I'm like thinking about different pathways, like creating a maze essentially inside of Animal Crossing. So yeah, I've thought a lot about that. I put my Triforce up at the top of my level. But yeah, I'm in the process of just buying stuff to start to
Yeah.
fill out that area. And you can only buy 5 items through the Nook shop per day. So I have been playing through the game like a regular person. But
Yeah.
David, being from the future, was kind enough to drop an SNES NTSC version in my mailbox. A gift from David, live on stream. I got to play F-Zero in Animal Crossing. What
The
on
games
earth?
within the games are back, and that's probably my favorite part of this update. Like,
Yeah.
all the way from Animal Crossing 1, you've been able to buy consoles and play classic games. And in a bigger selection, too. There were 19 classic games you could play in Animal Crossing on GameCube, and presumably N64, which was in Japan. And I'm glad to see these back. Like, seeing that you can play, watching you play through F-Zero was a lot of fun.
Oh man, like that. Like they chose F-Zero.
Yeah.
Like they chose it, David. There's so many SNES games. Could have been anything. They chose
Could've been Mario
F-Zero.
Kart.
Could have been Mario
Yeah.
Kart. Could have been Super Mario World. Could have been Donkey Kong Country or Diddy's Conquest. It could have been anything. Could have been Super Metroid. Like, I'm talking about bangers. Could have been Pilot
Yeah.
Wings. They chose F-Zero. Just saying.
It could be indicative of something.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying. They chose
Yeah.
F-Zero. And man, that, like I early on, I had like a lot of hours in New Leaf. Like a lot. Like kind of like how
Mhm.
you've played New Horizons, David. I played New Leaf. So like when New Horizons came out, all the way back in 2020, I was like, it's kind of missing some stuff. Like I wish there was more stuff to do. Like
Mhm.
there's plenty of stuff to express yourself and collect. And if you just get into the loop of, harvesting your trees, selling your fruit, growing more trees, building stuff, buying stuff. Plenty of stuff to do in Animal Crossing New Horizons, but like I wanted those items to be more interactive. And now here we are.
Yeah.
And they are. And it's so fucking cool. So yes, thank you for the SNES. And
Yeah, sure.
yeah, like I think that was such a cool moment. Like I guess we'll play F-Zero, is what my character said. I'm like, I guess I will. But yeah, like, I want more. I want, like, what I really want is a bowling alley. Like,
Yeah.
how cool would that be? It's like, let me build a bowling alley and then invite my friends over and we can just bowl. Like, that would be cool.
Yeah,
Fit
they
Wii
have
Sports
they
into-
have all these. Oh, go ahead, TJ.
I was just saying, fit Wii Sports into Animal Crossing somehow. That
Yeah.
would be dope.
Right? Like,
There are all these sports they could have. Like they have soccer goals, they have soccer balls, they have basketball hoops, and I could see how that could get out of hand. Like pretty soon, Animal Crossing becomes all these other game designs. But if they would pick like 5 or 6, I think a lot of people would enjoy that. I also wish on this subject, Asif, that I think from the Mario items we got several years ago, the pipe was the coolest because it was actually functional. You can warp around your island. But there's no item like that in among the Zelda items, which are cool. I really like them a lot. But I wish that they had something that would change like the functionality of your island among those items.
the perfect item to do that with would have been the Zonai authentication thing. Like,
Mhm.
I wish that could be attached to something, like a door or like more interactivity. I agree with that. But like, it's just cool because this was a game that they told us years ago, the 2 point whatever update, that was it. And then they came back and they like made this game materially better. Like,
Yeah.
it's undeniably better. There's more stuff going on. The hotel is actually quite cool. But like the quality of life improvements are also great, David. Like the inventory, being able to put trees in my inventory, but also being able to craft out of your inventory without having to go to your house. Like, such little things that, like, TJ, as a new player, you haven't been through the hell that we have. So it's like, you're now just experiencing it as 3.0.0. We want to get your impressions of this, but like, it's interesting how like so many of these improvements were so goddamn obvious. And it's like about damn time in a lot of ways, but I'm still happy that they're here, you know?
TJ, tell me, you're new to this game. You've heard people on staff obsess about it for coming up on 6 years now. What are your thoughts on New Horizons?
Like, I'm not just new to this game, I'm new to this series. I have never
Yeah.
played Animal Crossing before. I just didn't have a GameCube when they came out, and I didn't have a Wii when they came out, so I kind of missed the boat on some of this stuff when it happened. But I've played like cozy games, and like coming into this one, I see why it's like the king of them. It's so well thought out in so many different ways. It's so charming all the time. It's like you're playing in a world of plushies, and yet there are still sometimes like super realistic things, which are funny in that world. The interactivity, the daily tasks, it's all very fun. The amount of things that you can do, the limitation on things you do that forces you to kind of be creative in restriction. And it's really dope. Like, I remember thinking how nice it is to be able to craft quantity on items, and then hearing that like before this update that didn't exist. It's like, oh man, I would have hated that. And it's not like, not hate is a strong word. I don't hate anything about what I've experienced. I have some nitpicks. Like, I actually have like exactly 3 nitpicks right now if I had anything to say about Animal Crossing New Horizons in particular. I do not like that you don't have a sorting button in your pocket, and wherever you put something in there just falls wherever it may be. And I hate having holes in my inventory on hand. I hate not being able to organize them by type or anything. And you have that organization in the inventory menu, so I don't know why it's not in your pocket. I'm not crazy about how you always have to build the previous implement or buy the previous implement to upgrade to the ones that you actually need, where you have to just like take multiple steps. I would just like to be able to upgrade through a tree right to what I want, instead of having to use the bench several times over. I forgot what the third one
You're
is.
talking about like building a flimsy shovel versus like getting I see what you mean. I feel like
Yeah, that's bothersome.
the game, it does that in a way to like, it like forces you to slow down. You know?
Yeah.
I can see that, but after you've done it for like the 10th time,
Oh, yeah.
it just becomes a really noticeable extra step that's
yeah.
like, man.
Oh yeah. I completely agree. I'm like, why I think it is the way it is that it's a game about not rushing. It's like, you know, you're going to do whatever you do in whatever day. And then at midnight, that day's over. And you got to do the next thing the next day, you know?
Yeah.
And I kind of like that aspect of it, because it has once again become a game that I check in on every day now, right? And I think that day-night cycle, TJ, is like one of the first, when it shipped on GameCube, that was like the holy shit moment for a lot of people. It was like, wow, this game actually factors in time, right? And it's like, it's not just a clock. Each time has a song. Each weather has a song attached to it.
Changes up the song, and
you know, like, it's a place like that you live in, you know. And I think that I was talking to you about it last week, TJ. Like, there are times where you just put down the controller and you just vibe with your island. Like, it's just like, I like 2 p.m. when it's sunny, you know. I love that song.
Sam and I
Hmm.
have definitely put this game on in the back. Like usually, Sam comes home from work, and so it's often nighttime on our island when we play. And so there have been plenty of times where that nighttime song, we just put the controller down and kind of vibe on the couch for a bit and talk about the day while it just plays in the background. Um, and like, and again, like even those nitpicks that I have, they're not huge. They're just kind of like you said, it's part of the game that's like, I remember the third nitpick now. It's that you have to talk to everybody like one time to do one thing and then restart the conversation to do it. Like with Timmy and Tommy, you have to talk to them to sell something and then you have to end the conversation and talk to them to buy something.
Right.
And that extends to that, like, it takes time that it takes extra time, but like, I guess to that extent, to your point about slowing down, maybe that's just part of it.
I feel like that is because the whole theme of this game is you're living the island life. Like the pace is slow. Like you'll hear the peppy characters all want to be pop stars, and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to be famous one day." But for now, I'm just kind of chilling on this island. Like there's that theme kind of pervades the whole game, and I also feel like that's why we always make fun of this, and it is funny. But like when you're playing multiplayer, every time someone arrives on the island, you have to stop what you're doing and watch them come in. But it's kind of like a little mini celebration of like welcoming them to the island and getting to check out their outfit. It feels like it fits with the game. And I'm not saying I'd like them to keep that in the next Animal Crossing. I'd probably prefer it to be fixed. But I also get the vibe, I guess.
I
God,
think,
I hate the airport. It is terrible.
Yeah.
yeah, that the airport is like a perfect encapsulation of that thing I was just talking about. One conversation for every task, and it's like, I also just think that maybe in the next game they should do what Kirby Air Riders did, where if you don't want to be involved in the rigmarole and presentation, you can just bow out and sit in the lobby. Where, like, if you want to welcome people to the island, maybe press a button and get involved, or just don't and keep exploring.
We have to remember that this is a relic of the Nintendo Switch, not the Switch 2 when it comes on to the
Hmm.
online infrastructure. And
Hmm.
it is one of those things that like they have to improve on for this next Animal Crossing game. But while I mentioned the next Animal Crossing game, I'm going to say like this update makes that way less likely, David. Like I don't think we're getting another Animal Crossing game for like 5 more years.
I would agree. I think it could be that long. I think it'll be 2 to 5. And the reason is I feel like they came back. They probably had a splinter team working on 3.0.0 while the main team keeps working on the next Animal Crossing because it's definitely in development, right? Like with as big ahead as New Horizons has been, there's no. We said this about Mario Kart. A lot of people on staff were like, "There's no way they're working on another Mario Kart. How could they?" But of course they were. It just depends on when they want to release it. And I feel the same way about a new Animal Crossing.
So yeah, this is EPD group number 5 that works on Animal Crossing. So
Okay.
I don't know what EPD group 5 is working on currently. I don't they don't actually say
No.
internally at Nintendo. Apparently they did work on Dragon Drive, and they
Hmm.
also do support work on the Splatoon series. So
So maybe they did support work on Animal Crossing. Well, I mean, they made the main game, but also they're doing support work. So
yeah,
this is an anniversary year. There are a lot of video game anniversaries this year. A lot of companies, a lot of games, and this is actually Animal Crossing's 25th. So I don't know if they intended this content drop and the Nintendo Switch 2 edition to comprise the anniversary update, or if we'll get more news later in the year. I guess we'll have to see.
yeah, and the like while I'm kind of down on the new Animal Crossing game, I'm not down on them doing something with the IP. I think it's
Right.
very likely that this is the IP that we'll get an animated series from. Like this does not need to be a movie, but I would love an Animal Crossing show. Like
Yeah.
I think this is built for that. And like that would be a way for Nintendo to kind of like that whole Blue Ocean thing where it's like how do we introduce Animal Crossing to a whole new generation of kids? give them a show they can watch, right? And a show that their parents are going to want to watch with them. Because, like, you saw that with so many of our friends and colleagues, like, playing Animal Crossing with their kids, or introducing my friends' kids to Animal Crossing and showing up on their island. And, like,
Yeah.
I think that they can do something in this space that isn't gaming at first. And then they have New Horizons sitting there, at 48 million or however many units they've sold already. I just don't think we're getting one for a while. I think this update has reinvigorated that community to the point where, like, you're playing it, David, I'm playing it. Like, I'm not like, oh man, I need a new Animal Crossing right now. I'm like, oh man, I need to get back to my hotel. I need to build this whole thing. That, like, I'm doing a whole renovation on my island right now because of this update. Mm-hmm. So, like, yeah, I feel like this update has pushed back whatever we should expect from the next Animal Crossing. But man, it gives them time. It really does, to make the online play not shit.
Yeah. And I wanted to tell TJ that as much fun as you're having now, you're still in the prologue. Like, everything before you roll credits and then get the landscaping tool is basically the prologue. Once you get that landscaping tool, you are going to have a blast. Like, that's when you can really go wild and customize your island in any way you want. Actually, speaking of that, I've been working on my Slumber Island, Asif.
Oh, yeah?
So I haven't done anything with the train. I kind of want to do that with the staff, because that's one of the new features, right? You can do multiplayer island customization. But I have been working on my house, because there are a bunch of themed rooms I haven't been able to do, even though I have 3 freaking houses on my main island. So I have, like, there's actually an arena wallpaper where you have a crowd of people, like, cheering. It's animated. So I created a wrestling arena. I've got the announce desk. I've got the timekeeper's bell. I've got steel chairs out. It's great. Yeah, it's great.
Man, that's awesome. Yeah, I have to visit your island again. My whole thing was, like, my stream was a nightmare last week, because, like, one day it was my computer crashing, the next day it was my ISP was preventing me from going to David's island, and then I finally got things working. But yeah, it's good that we have Animal Crossing back in our lives. It's funny how it showed up during the lockdown, TJ, and, like, a lot of us found solace and peace in playing Animal Crossing during the lockdown, and things aren't great right now here in America, so it's kind of nice to have Animal Crossing back in our lives at this point.
Yeah.
Not that we should be ignoring the reality of the world, but it's nice to have a place to go where things aren't on fire. Like, and you can just kind of do what you got to do. I made a snowman this weekend. Like, just like little.
It's so hard to make a perfect snowman. It's so tricky that you feel great when you pull it off.
Yeah, I finally did it, and it's funny. Like, have you ever come across a dung beetle pushing the snowball?
Oh yeah.
So I saw that this weekend, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna catch the dung beetle or whatever. But yeah, I made a snowman. I'm working on I'm, like, in the conceptual phase of this Lost Woods still. And, like, to your point about, like, the terraforming options, David, I'm like, do I want to put, like, the Master Sword, like, on a hill? But then, like, how do I get to the hill, right? Like, you could use a ladder, but not everyone's going to have a ladder. Should I build ramps? Do I even have ramps available to build? Would I have to, like, so many things have happened. Like, I was talking about it on stream. This is like ADHD the game, where it's like, I'm going to do X. And then on the way to do X, Y, Z, Q, and F show up. And you're like, oh, fuck, I'm going to do Y. I'm going to do Q. I'm going to do F. And you're like, fuck, what was I doing? And it's like 30 minutes later.
You know what that reminds me of? Breath of the Wild. The first time you play it.
Yes.
It's just like you see all this cool stuff and you keep getting distracted in the best way.
You're harvesting wood or timber for whatever you need, and then you'll see a crack in the ground. Oh my god, a new fossil! I gotta go get that, which means I need to make a trip by Blathers, which means I need to. And if it's something I already have, then I need to make a trip by Timmy and Tommy's and put it in the bin so I can sell it.
Yep. And then even just like my whole concept, like, I'm gonna put the Lost Woods here. I'm like, oh shit, I have to move Nook's Cranny. But then to move Nick's Cranny, I find this perfect place for it, but then I have to I have to demo a bridge. Then I have to rebuild the bridge. So it's like 3 days later, I have my layout where it needs to be. It's just funny how this game works like that.
Yeah.
It's been great to be back to that game. Like But like I play it in a way, like I don't play it all day. I like show up and I'm like, I'm gonna do this, this, and this, and then I'm out. Cause like you get lost in that game. You can really lose yourself in that game. And I think TJ, you're at that point where you're still building things, you're still getting things, you're still like, I want this, I need this. Like once you have everything, you have all the bells to do what you want, and like you get your island to the point where like I like my island where it is, David. Like with I have the squared circle, I have my soccer field, I have my beach volleyball, and now I have the hotel area, and I have my alternative energy infrastructure. So like now I'm like, okay, this Lost Woods project is becoming my focus. But it's gonna take a month, if not longer, before I'm like done with this new project that I'm working on. And it's part of that. Right. Part of what we were talking about earlier, TJ, where like the game kind of forces you to slow down. When it comes to this, it really has forced me to slow down because I'm not a time traveler in this game. Like I will do what I can within the constraints of the game. It's not frustrating. It's just like it's kind of cool because like then I'm like, it's now become this thing I look forward to playing every day. You know, It's not. I think the key is it never feels like a chore. This game has never felt like a chore to me.
It's ironic that doing chores in this game does not feel like
I know. Like it should.
Yeah.
It should feel like a chore, but it doesn't because like every aspect of it's kind of delightful.
This prologue-esque setup where I'm still getting villagers to my island. I've like, as I get pieces of the puzzle, of the overall puzzle, I start coming up with ideas for things that I would like way down the line that I probably don't have everything I need for. Like I've already built a thing out in front of my house. I call it Teddy Bear Bonfire, which is just a circle of stones and the teddy bear props and a garden gnome hanging out around a bonfire. Like it's just a cozy little setup. And then on the coast, I built a star-shaped design of coconut trees. And then a spectator nook on the coast next to it. And it's just little things that I've gotten that I'm thinking, well, deeper along the lines, I'm going to have more props for this, and I'm going to turn it into something even cooler.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then, like, fishing.
Mm-hmm. Fishing.
I wish they added something to the fishing. Like, more fish or something around fishing. Like I love fishing in that game, but I'm really tired of seeing that same stupid pun about the carp, David. Or the black bass. Like, yeah, I'm real tired of that. Like I don't know, there just needs to be something more in with respects to fishing. Like I like that they added swimming to the game and all that stuff, but like I just want more fishing. And like I'm whenever I build out something on my island, I have to make sure that it adds to the fishing experience. My island is all about fishing. It's all about being outdoors. So that's like the one thing where I'm like, man, I wish there was something else fishing related in this.
I would love that as well, because scaring blathers with new bugs is one of my favorite things in the game.
Oh yeah,
I would love more wildlife to scare blathers.
I love how he'll give you information, but then take a swipe at them like afterwards. Like this is a very interesting creature, if that's your sort of thing. Like
it's disgusting and horrifying.
It's disgusting. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate the bagworm. Like he's just like, yeah, it claims to be a worm, but it's actually a caterpillar inside of a little cocoon, which makes it a liar.
Yeah, Blathers is awesome. I love the NPCs in that game. Like, I don't know, David, it's been like a year for me, I guess, since I had last played it. So I'm still going through that whole, Earl Divix, I haven't seen you in X amount of months. And it's like, oh my God, I thought you were dead. Like, they say some wacky shit when they see you for the first time. And it's always, it's nice, man. Like, they missed you. You know, are they like happy to see you? Or like, can I call you Iarino? Right? Like, they're like, that's like my nickname now for a bunch of my villagers call me Iarino. Like, it's those little things. They're like learning new reactions and stuff from them. I've seen some people complaining, David, that their islands feel too busy now that they have a hotel up and running. How do you feel about that?
I don't agree with it. I've noticed that most of the visitors stick to like on my island anyway. I always find them in the town square or walking along the beach. And so it doesn't really bother me. In fact, I like seeing the different designs of the NPCs because I've had my villagers for years now, so I'm used to what they look like and what they talk about. But seeing all these other designs is just kind of cool.
That kangaroo from your island that you booted, still
Right.
hanging out on Cape Divix, dude. I don't know why. That guy's still there. He's like begging me to invite him to come live on Cape Divix. I'm like, I'm not having it. David didn't want you. Why should I? Like,
Yeah.
you're trying to pawn him off on me or something. Like, I don't want your kangaroo, David. How do I get him off my island?
I know. Well, he has to move in, and then you can boot him.
But why is he still there? Or she?
He's desperate.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm like, come on, dude, can you just fuck off already? But like I do like how you can like make outfits for them. So like I put the VR goggles on both my outfits, and I notice I can tell when it's a visitor because they're walking around with the VR goggles on. I don't mind it. I just have noticed
No.
I saw other people chattering about that on social. They're like, I don't like how busy my island is. I'm like, I don't really care about that. Like, that's not a big deal to me. I think it's kind of cool. And
I think
I
it's
think
cool. It actually makes the world feel more alive. Like that's the thing. You hear about like, oh, we want visitors. We're trying to attract business, and then you actually get visitors. It would be weird if you did all this work on the hotel and then no one showed up, right?
the hotel seems like such a logical endpoint for this game, too. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
you want people to come live here. You want it to be like a getaway island. But then it's like, you need a resort. It's not an island resort without a hotel, right? So like, I
Mhm.
think it's cool that that finally happened. But yeah, like I do want more purpose-driven kind of building options in the next version of this game. Because like you're saying, if you if you made it so everything can be done on this island, it becomes the everything game, and that's a nightmare. That's like a scope limitation nightmare, right? So it's like, but like finding specific things like, I don't know, badminton or like bowling or like soccer, right? Like there's like a few things they could do where they already have the items, right? Like I think it would be fun. Or even volleyball. Like it's just like, think about like activities you would do on the beach, right? Like adding that
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, like
I
New
think
Leaf had hide and
immediately-
seek with your villagers. That would be cool to bring
Mhm.
that back.
Yeah, I think immediately of the Like a Dragon Yakuza games.
Yeah.
Because those games are like they're straight up action games with a drama and just fighting and brawling. But there's also bowling and darts and golf and Sega games on various arcades or on different consoles. There's also like karaoke and just like there's so many different things in Yakuza that have nothing to do with the story. They're just there for fun and they're so good. And I think that Animal Crossing could probably benefit from copying a little bit of that.
Hmm.
Yeah. And David, I know you wrote this feature about it last week, but it's really fucking weird that they require Nintendo Switch Online to play games on your consoles that you buy in this game.
Yeah, it is. Like GameCube certainly couldn't do that. The infrastructure wasn't there. Maybe they would have, who knows. But like um I what I said in my op-ed was that like if they're going to require Nintendo Switch Online, why not let me sit down to a Super Nintendo and play any of the Super Nintendo games on NSO? Like why not? If I want to waste hours playing Link to the Past within Animal Crossing, let me do that.
Also, let me save.
But yeah, save your progress too.
Because like at the end of my Grand Prix, I had all these records that are, the minute I walked away from the console, they were all wiped. Like,
Right.
it's such a very strange implementation of it that like, yeah, if you're gonna give us NSO, give us NSO. Like, if you're not, don't. Like, I find it very strange how it's been implemented, and it's like someone at Nintendo is like, we need more NSO subs. Like, there's someone at Nintendo pushing for that, right? That's like, it's a reoccurring revenue. Like, they want that subscription number. They want to be able to pound their chests about how many subscribers they have, right? That's like a very Wall Street focused kind of way of looking at companies. Is like, oh, how many subs do you have? You know, Netflix, used to report that. Yeah, you see it with Meta and all these different, YouTubers or whatever. Nintendo seems hyper focused on it, like getting more people on NSO, and like it's just weird to give us this like half baked implementation of it, but also like why they chose the games they chose is fascinating to me because it's like, okay, that's the one. That's the one game that you're gonna have in your game. Okay.
Do you know what the NES has?
Wasn't it was it Dr. Mario?
That's Game Boy. NES has Ice Climbers, so maybe you'll play that next.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, I as the patron saint of F-Zero, I talk about how I want a new F-Zero game. I think the Ice Climber franchise deserves another entry. Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of insane that we don't have one at this point. And it's like, we're in this era where games cost so much to make, like these huge budgets, and Nintendo's talked about this like sliding scale where like some games are gonna be $20, some games are gonna be $80, right? Like Animal Crossing or not Animal Crossing, but like Ice Climber would be a perfect one of those like smaller budget games that they could ship. They could spin it up in a year or two. Like it wouldn't take the 8-year dev cycle of a Zelda game or something. Like if I want Nintendo to go back to that era where it's like, here's a smaller game that's still fun and challenging and like puzzle driven or whatever. Ice Climber, huh? Interesting. I love that game. That game
too.
That game's really good and different compared to a lot of their other games. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to keep crafting all that crap, right? For capping.
You have to, it's for cap. You have to. I don't know if you have to finish the hotel rooms. I think is it's a predetermined number of tickets will unlock the classic games. That's what I think. But in my guide for Shacknews, I even say like decorate all the rooms, then focus on crafting for a captain. And eventually, once you do that, they'll get to a point where the old lady inside, his mother, says, "Oh, hey, my son's unlocked some the rarest treasures." That's when you have the classic games available to buy with the tickets.
Interesting. Yeah. It's good that we have more stuff to do in Animal Crossing, but I want more and more stuff.
Yep.
But in the meantime, like, it's funny. I'm trying to get my 5-star rating on my island, David, right? I got the Happy Home Academy to give me an A. So
good.
My house is less shitty. I don't know exactly what I did. I might have stomped on some roaches and maybe my SNES put me over the top, but like, I have a rating on my house. Can you get higher than an A? Is S possible?
S.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get that. My house is kind of shit. I went to the town center and I was like, okay, Isabel, tell me what I need to do to get this 5-star rating. And she's like, you have too much stuff laying around. And I was like, the only thing I have laying around my island are just bags of money.
Right.
And I'm like, really? You're going to make me pick up all these bags of money? That's the problem now? Because before it was I had too many trees, David, and I put all the trees in storage. So now what's the problem, Isabel? You have too much stuff lying around. Okay, fine. I picked all of it up. So I'll give you guys an update next week as to if I finally got my 5-star rating. Because once I do, I'm out. But also, like, didn't you have to get a 5-star rating to get KK to show up to your island?
No, you have to. Basically, when you get near the end game, KK will visit. He visits once you get 3 stars.
3. Okay.
Then you listen to him, you roll credits, and then after that, you get the landscaping tool.
Oh, okay. So it's 3 stars. Never mind.
3 stars.
I've been at 4 stars for a while.
Yeah.
I just want to get 5 stars for the purpose of getting it. Then I'll screenshot it and then I'll go back to putting money on my beach and stuff. Because what's the point of having 78 million bells if I can't flaunt it and have TJ just show up to the beach and pick up some when he needs it? But yeah, it doesn't seem like you've been constrained by currency much, TJ. Like you're just kind of doing your thing, right?
Yeah, no, I given that you guys reminded me that you could plant the trees to get bell trees pretty early on. I've already made a pretty good stock of those, so it's pretty much just a matter of getting all my daily tasks done, and I haven't run into bell issues yet.
Have you played the turnip game yet?
I've not. I don't know where you buy them yet.
She shows up on Saturday, right, David?
Sunday from
Sunday.
5 a.m. to
Oh, okay.
noon. Yeah.
You'll just find her on
Oh,
your island. She has sinus problems. So if you see this lady with snot coming out of her nose with I think a basket on her head,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the turnip lady, and she will sell you turnips. But it's a
yeah. I
dangerous
missed her
game.
this week.
It's a dangerous game because if you don't sell your turnips by the end of the week, they go rotten
Mhm.
and you lose all of your monies.
Yeah, what we would do on staff was every day we'd report in. You can ask Timmy and Tommy like, "Hey, how much are turnips selling for?" Then go to the island with the best price. But it's a gamble because if you decide, today the prices aren't great, the clock is ticking on the expiration date for those turnips.
Yeah, and sometimes you will sell them for less than you bought them for. So you do take a bath that way too. But yeah, there were times where I sold them for like 400 bills, and like it was
Yeah,
man, that turnip gold rush from like March 2020 to like June 2020, David, that was a magical
yeah,
time in Animal Crossing. Like everyone, I was communicating with people, like PR people were sliding into my Twitter DMs. Like, hey, what are the prices? Like, do you
yeah,
still have that price for turnips on your island? I was like, yeah, open the gates, come on in.
yeah.
It was just funny to have like PR people for Xbox DMing me, like about my turnip prices, So it was just like it was so funny. Like, hey, I saw your tweet. Like, dude, do you still have access to that island? I'm like, yeah, I do. Um, it was so funny, man. Like that was a magical time. And I don't know if you'll be able to recreate that now because a lot of people have already min-maxed their islands. But yeah, it's just fun, man. I'm happy to hear that you're enjoying it, TJ. It's a good thing. More Animal Crossing. But yeah, I don't think we have much else to talk about this week. It's kind of I'm not saying it's like a news vacuum, but like we're not really in. I don't know what's happening at Nintendo. I think we're kind of in a quiet period before this rumored February Direct, right? And like we
Yeah.
have Mario
Yeah.
Tennis Fever coming out in February. Like you said, there's like Zelda Anniversary coming out. There's like the Mario movie stuff that we still haven't. Like, isn't it time? Shouldn't we have a new trailer by now?
I think we'll probably get one in February. It'll be like, remember the Mario anniversary wasn't just Mario focused. They opened with that, and then they got to other announcements. I think we'll see a Mario trailer in February.
Yeah. Maybe with the Super Bowl? Like,
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
right? Like, I know Nintendo, they haven't done a Super Bowl ad since the Switch launch, right? So, like, maybe we get a Nintendo Super Bowl ad for the movie?
Yeah.
That would make sense. I do think I believe the Super Bowl is being broadcast on NBC this year. Yeah, it's going to be on NBC and Peacock, which is owned by Comcast, which owns Universal, who makes the Mario movie with Nintendo.
Right.
So there's some synergies there. Wouldn't be that crazy to see a Mario commercial trailer for the movie. That would be February 8th. So that's something to look forward to. And it's like, the thing I know about Nintendo is not only do they like to underpromise and overdeliver when it comes to their financial reports, they love to report earnings and be like, here's what we know is coming out this year. And then 2 days later, drop a direct that completely retcons everything they just said. So it's like, it's like, we don't know. Maybe there's a Pokemon game coming out this year. You'll have to wait until the end of February to find out. And conveniently, their earnings come out on February 3rd. Right?
Right.
So it's like, if there's a direct, and we know there's going to be a Pokemon Presents, there's like news coming in February that we know is inevitable. And I'm sure something is out there, David. Like there might be
Yeah.
a Zelda announcement or a Mario announcement that we don't know about yet.
Yeah, I think February is going to be a really news heavy month for Nintendo and for this podcast for sure.
And like we got I believe Mario Tennis, when does that come out?
It is February, isn't it? February or March?
Yeah, the 12th of February.
Of February?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like it kind of you're kind of seeing where the pieces are lining up now, right? Like it seems probably around the launch of Mario Tennis Fever, they're gonna do a direct, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, Donovan, David, and I, we talked about our predictions for the year last episode. TJ, do you have any wacky Nintendo predictions for this year?
I really, really hope that they remember that Kid Icarus exists. I've been asking for this for a pretty long time, and I hope that we see something. I don't know. Like, even if Uprising, I guess, feels like it's probably a difficult thing to do, moving that game from 3DS to Switch 2, although we've seen 3DS ports make it happen recently. But even then, I would just maybe even like just if a third party developed like a new 2D platformer. That'd be fun. Who knows?
Like, you do like what Mario Wonder did, but for the Kid Icarus franchise?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sign me the fuck up. That would be amazing. That game is so different, like, than a lot of the other side-scrolling. It's more vertical than it was a side-scroller, because of the flying mechanics and like the shooting mechanics. I will mention this though, because you brought up Kid Icarus. In the Mario movie, in Mario's bedroom, at the beginning of the movie, when Mario's feeling down about himself and he doesn't want to eat mushrooms because he hates mushrooms, and Luigi brings him his dinner. What game is he playing on his television, TJ? It's Kid Icarus.
Why, yes.
It's Kid Icarus. So, I'm saying there's a chance.
I sure do hope, though.
Mario's bedroom is a magical land full of opportunity, is all I'm saying. And there's a Star Fox R-Wing on top of the television. There is an F-Zero poster. There's a pro wrestling poster, David. What if they made a new pro wrestling game? How cool would that be?
That'd be great. Totally out of left field.
Right? Like those are the... I want weird Nintendo back. I want wacky Nintendo back. And like, please. Kid Icarus would fit it perfectly, man. Like, those are the games, though. Like, the ones that when I go back to that scene, I'm like, he's playing Kid Icarus. Like...
Yeah.
That's not a mistake. That's not random. They chose Kid Icarus for that moment, right? Like, everything in that room was there for a reason, is all I'm saying. And Kid Icarus is there. Star Fox is there. Captain Falcon is there, right? So, don't give up hope. I hope we do get a new Kid Icarus. But I would love a new Kid Icarus Uprising, because that game's awesome. It just needs 2 analog joysticks. Like,
yeah.
And a better resolution. Like, that game, severely underrated because of the platform it launched on. I really believe that. That game is excellent. But it's a Sakurai joint, and we know there's no way in hell they're going to let Sakurai make Kirby Air Riders and then a Kid Icarus game. There's no way. He's got to be working on Smash at this point, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's time.
Like, it's... That game, it's time. It's time for Smash to become part of the cultural zeitgeist again. And maybe with this, with Sony divesting Evo, it kind of opens the door for Smash to return to Evo. It didn't happen this year, TJ, but like, I don't know. Nintendo's being really weird with Smash esports in general, but it would be cool if Smash ended up back at Evo, maybe.
Yeah, someday. I mean, there's a lot of people that would probably sign up for it. Like, I think that if you saw Smash come back to Evo in the first year, it has a chance of actually, like, because it was already getting some of the highest signups before. I imagine it would probably be one of the first games to put a good challenge to Tekken and Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, and what if they did Melee?
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, Melee may not draw the most entrants, but the viewership is crazy for Melee tournaments, especially in-person ones. So, like, yeah, I'm curious there's games out there that are releasing this year from Nintendo that none of us know about yet. And that's always this is an exciting time of the year for that reason, because it's just there's so much opportunity out there. Um, yeah, I look forward to whatever announcements await. Like I do think in the back of my head that like I didn't mention this on the show last week, David, but this is the kind of year where you release Super Mario Maker 3.
Yeah, I could see that.
Like, this is the kind of year where you get a Mario Maker 3.
Or a Zelda Maker. People have been speculating about that forever. Given that this is a Zelda anniversary, or the 40th anniversary, one of the big ones. You never know.
I don't know. How do you implement a Zelda Maker? Is it the overworld?
I think you do a dungeon maker.
Yeah, it'd have to be dungeons. And they kind of did that in that, what was that game?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. They did that in the Link's Awakening remake. It was a mini game or something.
Yeah. It's like they kind of tested it, and it was okay. Yeah. But it wasn't, it was more like prefab rooms.
Yeah, there were prefab rooms.
And then you could select what enemies you put in them or whatever, or items, but it didn't have the attention to detail that Mario Maker did. No, and I think it kind of fell flat for that reason.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a Super Metroid Maker would also be dope. But like I was randomly, my algorithm had the Mario Maker. There was like a Mario Maker video Nintendo of America put out with Miyamoto and one of the other devs, where they showed the graph paper for like how they originally used to lay out levels and stuff, and how that informed the design of Mario Maker. With these anniversaries coming up, it would be cool to see the same thing happen with Zelda or Metroid. But the other thing I remember, the first Mario Maker had amiibo support. Where like any of your amiibo, you could put Kirby in Mario Maker. You could I really wish they didn't move away from that. Like, because then that could have been like. It's a shame
that they did. Because you could make I downloaded Mega Man themed levels. I downloaded Zelda themed levels.
Yeah,
it was really fun.
So like, and I know they added Link and the Master Sword to Mario Maker 2, but like, it would be cool, considering amiibo are still a thing. Like if they brought that back, because then it becomes like Super Nintendo Maker instead of just Super Mario Maker. And like I would like to see them do that again. There's some elements of Mario Maker 1 that are truly magical. And it's not that Mario Maker 2 is bad. It's not. It's really good. But yeah, like the fact that we don't have a Mario Maker 2 Switch 2 edition, it just makes me think that we're getting a Mario Maker 3 and it'll have mouse support, right? Like,
it wouldn't surprise me. I think we'll get it eventually. I really do.
And maybe just add Mario Paint to it, like a new Mario Paint while we're at it, because that game was fun as fuck. And like I feel like Mario Maker 2 and Mario Maker were an evolution of Mario Paint, but like just give us Mario Paint. One thing that we didn't get with the return or with the Switch 2 and the new the updated operating system, we didn't get a Miiverse replacement. Like it feels like they're still missing that social component that, like, I thought Miiverse was great. Like, I actually enjoyed Miiverse. I enjoyed seeing people's drawings. I enjoyed having, like, a dedicated place where I could share content with my Nintendo friends. Like, the way social media is going right now, it would be nice to have that Nintendo curated social feed again. And, like, it still lives on in Splatoon, but, like, I would like to see that everywhere. And I, like TJ, like what you've been doing with like the pixel art stuff in Animal Crossing, like it would be cool if you could just like share that on social, like inside of that ecosystem. So
I was actually thinking to myself that I kind of wish that I wish they would do something with the postcards where you could like put a screenshot from your game onto the postcards and send it to your friends. Because like you guys have been sending me cool stuff just about every other day, and I've been figuring out where it fits into my mix. And I wish I could kind of put a screenshot of like what something I added and send it back to you guys when you send me something cool.
Yeah. It seems like a concerted decision on their part to not do it. So I'm not surprised, but I am just kind of like, I miss it, man. Like I liked Miiverse, and I feel like they didn't get rid of the Miis, right? Like the Miis are still
Right.
there. Our profile pictures, our profiles still have a Mii. So like it's just like, why not? Especially with this like Nintendo Today and all these things they're doing to keep us away from Twitter, or to keep us away from Instagram or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
why not put these in the system? But anyway, the Nintendo Ninja out there who's watching has been taking detailed notes this whole episode. Miiverse, bring it back. I would be ecstatic. It was really, that was a moment, like the Wii U gets a lot of shit, but like it was a moment in time where Nintendo was really experimenting. They were like, they had their back up against the wall because iPhone was coming for their lunch, right? And they tried a bunch of stuff. Not everything worked, but like, I thought Miiverse was charming. And like what they did with the Miis in those, like, even Miitomo, that app that they made, that was one of the funnest apps they ever had. Yeah, I don't know. I miss quirky, fun Nintendo. With Tomodachi coming out again this year, like, that seems like another game that would lend to the Miiverse. And I liked the Wii start screen, David, with that whole the Mii Warawara, that like the just seeing all of your friends in this universe together in this plaza.
Yeah.
Like, I just thought that was cool. And the current home screen for Nintendo, it lacks some of that
personality.
love. Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels very plain compared to even like the 3DS home screen, but definitely the Wii U and the Wii home screens. So
Yeah,
I
I agree.
I miss that. I miss the eShop song, but whatever. I guess that's it. We don't have a lot to talk about this week, but there's more to come. And we wanted to get TJ's impressions on Animal Crossing. Dave and I are going to keep playing Animal Crossing. TJ's going to keep playing Animal Crossing. Donovan will be back at some point to tell us more about his island, which has a Baltimore Ravens flag on it. Gross.
Shame.
It's like, I got off of that island so fast. Because I was just testing if my internet was working, and it did. And I was like, thanks, Donovan. I'm out of here. See ya. But yeah, it's a fun time, man, to be back in Animal Crossing.
Oh, yeah.
In between my ball pit play sessions. But yeah, I gotta get going. I gotta get back to playing ball pit. Like, I haven't played it in like over an hour.
I know. What the hell?
I know. Like,
you got to get some time, and we have a meeting this afternoon. You need to get in some ball pit.
I'm fiending for
that. Yeah, look at that. Look at that.
You know, like I can't. There's a character in ball pit. It plays the game for you. It literally just plays the game. You don't even have to play. You just set up the guy, and he just plays for you. So I was like, I'm wondering if I'm going to use him to unlock this like next round of beating the game. Like, I may just use him as like the anchor character for all of that. Although it's like, I enjoy playing the game. I don't really, it's fun. Like when you watch him, you're like, I wouldn't have done that. Like you see him make decisions. You're like, I wouldn't pick the other one. But yeah, I can't wait for that update. Cause I'll God, keep playing it forever. But yeah, that's less than a week. So next week, I will have my thoughts on the ball pit update. Spoiler alert, I'm going to love it.
You're going to love it.
I can't wait to tell you about the 8 new balls once we learn more about the balls and the 2 new characters and whatever else more is. But yeah, I hope this is the beginning of something like with Vampire Survivors. So yeah, that'll do it. Like, follow, and subscribe here. Shout out if you saw us on a vertical video where we're talking about our predictions or whatever. Thank you, TJ, for joining us today and for naming the show. But yeah, I guess that'll do it. Like, follow, subscribe, review us in your various podcast facilities. You can vote for you can vote for Shacknews. You can vote for This Week in Switch 2. Tell everyone it's great. And if you're on Twitter, stop retweeting us, stop liking us, comment on our posts, and we will reply to you. And in doing so, we will game the X algorithm.
That's right.
So that's the new meta. Just gonna throw it out there. If you made it this long into the episode, you like us. You want to help us. So help us game the Twitter algorithm. Because they made it open source this weekend, and I dove into it to figure out how to get us out of the Shadow Realm. So that is how. Comment on our tweet. We will reply to your comment. Don't worry about liking. Don't worry about retweeting. Comment. The more you know. So I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.